Watch how the car coming from the right practically does an emergency stop to give way to a pedestrian waiting to cross in the road that he's turning into. The second car was shaking their heads, but I think it was more out of embarrassment of blocking the roundabout. Highway code says that you should give way to the pedestrians, but only if it's safe to do so, and I think that we can see from this example it wasn't. Have a little look how the food delivery rider thinks that the highway code doesn't apply to them and have gone right over the stop line and entered into the junction before they've stopped. We always want to make sure that we choose safe places to overtake cyclists. We want to give at least 1.5 metres when we go past. You can see where the bend and the cars parked on the right hand side make it difficult to see. So sort your gears out, keep an eye on your mirrors, use your signal if need be, and then when it's safe to go, build up your speed and get past. Have a look at the driver in front. They've moved out to go around past the parked vehicles, but then they haven't moved all the way back to the left. So these markings that are on the left-hand side are for permit holder parking. The only time you don't drive in them is if there's actually a vehicle parked in them, obviously. Other than that, you should get back to the left. Driving tests, they would definitely get a fault for position in normal driving. Take a look where the lights are now going to red and look at the bin lorry in front who's blocked the majority of the turning. Always make sure you keep back unless you can clear it so that you don't make it difficult or impossible for cars that want to turn into that road like that car from turning. You might be thinking, well, they actually did clear it, but the people coming out from that road on the left also need to be able to turn right without being obstructed.
It is saying right lane closed, so it's just...
So I'm staying in there?
Yeah.
Because Mum made me go into that bit.
Well, yeah, but then you're stuck when you get to here, aren't you? Now make sure that you do check the right, obviously, because you have to make sure they don't jump. Plenty of revs. That's it, good. That's it. Lovely. That's it. Not just yet. That's it. Get back onto the road a bit more. Lovely. Then you can do your signal. I don't think she even looked at all.
Take a look here where we've got parked cars on the right hand side. Further up they're on the left. So at the moment this is my right of way, but once I get to the van it's not. But you can see I'm already in the area where there's a lot of drama going on, so it's better for that car to let me come through before proceeding. Look here where we're trying to pass parked cars with cars parked on the opposite side and on a bend. Always look well ahead and be prepared to tuck back into gaps to deal with oncoming cars. If you struggle with this, check out our video on meeting the path of other vehicles safely.
Watch the lady with the blonde hair come from the right. Keep it moving at the moment. Oh look, here comes Tom again. Right, is she going to get to the crossing? Not quite. So keep an eye on Tom, because we need to move out, but we can't if he's beside us. And that's a perfect one for mirrors before changing direction. Yeah. Now, if I was a motorbike, I think I would be a bit more sensible. I wouldn't overtake something that was about to overtake something else, because that to me isn't very sensible.
Look around this next bend, see where the parked cars are on both sides and we've got a hill. We can see a large lorry coming from the opposite way, so hang back and get yourself lined up ready to go. Don't tuck necessarily right back in. Here where we're sat is perfect. Once it's safe and the big vehicles out the way, we can start trying to make our way through. We didn't have the space with the lorry, we held back. Here where we've got those cars coming the other way, when we don't have much room, we just go through slowly. Once we've got a load of room, move out and then you can build up your speed. See then when we're meeting the white van, we reduce the speed and come a little bit closer to the parked cars. My advice is never argue with something that's larger than you. When you have parked cars on both sides, always think how much more difficult it is for a larger vehicle trying to come up the hill. So try to look at giving the priority to them if it's safe to do so. So take a look at the guy here, absolutely loads of bags on his bike. That's going to make him unstable. So be very, very careful when following. Could drop his bags, for example, could make him wobble into the road. He could just stop to maybe straighten up his bags. So think about not just giving the minimum 1.5 meters when going past, but bearing in mind all the problems that he might have cycling. When you get up close, take a look where the white bag is quite close to his foot. It's not very clear to see here whether it's hanging on his handlebar or whether he's actually holding that with his hand. Once it's clear, mirrors, signal if needed, and get past quickly and safely. Take a look at this one. Can you see that there's 3 cars waiting to get onto the mini roundabout? Now, if we moved on at the moment, we would block the traffic from the right. When you see the first car start to move forward, make your way forward, because then there'll be an available space for you. Watch the second vehicle coming from the right. The mini comes round, clears the mini roundabout, but the other one hangs back a little bit, giving the opportunity for this one to go. So they didn't block the roundabout, which was sensible. Then watch where the blue car comes round, because they've got room to go round, but the van comes on even though it hasn't really got anywhere to go. And then what it does is it brings the roundabout to a standstill because we've missed an opportunity to go. If, like the first vehicle, they would have held back, people in the queue that I'm in would have been able to make their way around the roundabout. Blocking junctions like this come under awareness and planning on your driving test, and this could result in a fail on test. Always be careful at traffic light controlled pedestrian crossings, because unfortunately some of the pedestrians don't obey the rules. At this crossing you shouldn't start to cross if you haven't got a green man. So if you watch the 3 boys on the left, 2 of them start to cross when they've got a red man. Watch how the car in the right hand lane starts to proceed forward and then spots them. The one on the left did wait, very sensible. Always be prepared for pedestrians breaking the rules. And always look for pedestrians that charge up towards the edge of the pavement without looking, because some step into the road and then look, which obviously if you're not paying attention, you might hit them. I hope you found our episode 7 pick and mix helpful. Keep a lookout for episode 8 in a few weeks' time. Thanks for watching.